when I look at people, I always ask the question, I say, man, tell me what Nike stands for. They said, oh, Inc., that's easy, just do it. I said, tell me what Adidas stands for. Oh, Inc., that's easy, man, impossible is nothing. I said, now tell me what you stand for. When people look at you, do they think excuses? When people look at you, do they think victory?
Have a vision and pull it off. Like I'm challenging myself. Don't wait for somebody to challenge you. Don't wait. Challenge yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
How are we, Eric?
I am very well, sir.
How was the run?
The run was a very good run. Very good to run at 6 o'clock in the morning with my eldest daughter, with one of my good friends and one of my longest serving friends. It was a beautiful experience, trying to bring in the new year the right way. Start off Monday, start off the week with a lot of purpose.
That's it. I like the intro. So obviously you've already dropped your name in there. Eric,
Yeah.
where are you from?
I'm from West Kensington. My background is my mum was from Grenada, my dad's from Ghana. When my dad was younger, he used to run, so I think it just runs in the genes. My younger sister runs on my dad's side as well. I've got my whole family running. My niece runs sometimes. My sister runs when she's away in Grenada. Her boyfriend runs as well. My nephew's gym, so we're all a very active family.
Okay, he's saying active.
Active, we're out there.
All right then, so that's all well and good. So everyone in the family clearly is running now, or has been running. So then it brings me to my next question. So how did you get into running?
How did I get into running?
Yeah.
I had a couple of health issues over the couple of last 15 years, 20 years. I've had 2 seizures in my life. My mum died at 43, my sister died at 38. I am now 44, so 145 weeks ago I decided to start running for my health reasons. Obviously to get my stomach down, to get my heart rate going, to get the blood pumping in the brain, get the oxygen flowing around the body and stuff, and then it just led on from there. And then now it's become life, to be honest with you.
Belly gone now.
Belly's gone, 6 packs there. I've been yogaing for like over 2 years now. I know all the moves in my brain, so I'm gonna start showing all the rest of the guys what I know in terms of yoga and stretching and that sort of stuff. It benefits your running and meditation and your breathing exercises and stuff like that.
Brilliant. All right, cool. So this brings to me, this next part brings me where I kind of scratch the surface. So what drives you to do it day in, day out, besides what you've already achieved in terms of physical? What drives you to run every day?
What drives me is that it's more than life. I actually really, really enjoy it. And obviously I want to have a longer life, to see my children grow up more, to see their children grow up more, to see my nephew's children grow up more, to see my friends' children grow up more. And it drives me to inspire other people to think about their health, their wealth, their benefits of what they're doing in their life, what they're putting into their body, and that sort of stuff, you know, your well-being.
So you're saying there's a direct correlation between how you feel and your health with running?
100%. There's,
you take that to the grave with you?
Take it to the grave with me, and
it's just,
and the thing is, it brings a positive energy. So now I'm always with a smile on my face. People tell me I've got a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy. I've always got good things to say. And I think it's just the way the blood's flowing around the brain, the oxygen's flowing around the brain, everything's working in sync now. Like I said, none of us are getting any younger, so you know, we're pushing ourselves to the limit, and every day I find myself pushing myself to the limit. Next year is definitely more half marathons, more ultra marathons, running international, you know. Overseas.
Maybach music.
You know, we're gonna
So that's your next one. My next question is, what's been your highlight of 2019? All your running career,
all my running career. My highlight, I would definitely say Oxford Half Marathon, where I ran with yourself and I broke my half marathon PB by 4 minutes.
What did you learn there?
I learned that I stayed with the pacemaker, and if I stay with the pacemaker and I stay within the pacemaker's distance, I will achieve the times that I want to achieve. And actually, I was talking to my lady about this the other day. She said, well, if you start with the pacemaker that's 20 minutes earlier, imagine the times you achieve. You'll be running even faster, and you'll be trying to achieve, you'll break your PB by 10 minutes. So that's another achievement for me to try and do next year. definitely, 100%. We're going to take next year bigger and better.
All right. So, any personal philosophy, anything you stand by, a saying, a quote?
What I stand by is, you know, people don't like it, but I usually say keep the haters motivated. So there are people out there who obviously, you know, they want to do what you're doing, and they'll try and troll you and try and obviously get underneath your skin and stuff. But those kind of people keep me driven. They keep the drive going inside me. It makes me want to push and makes me more determined to go further and further and do more and more and more.
Prove them wrong, basically.
Prove them wrong, yeah.
Prove yourself right.
And prove myself right. But I know at the end of the day, the haters really love me, so, you know.
so turning the non-believers into believers.
Yeah, that's it, you know. That's it.
So what advice would you give someone who isn't exercising, or more importantly, not running?
I would definitely give someone who's not running just to get up and get out there. Even if you run for 5 minutes the first day, even if you run for 2 minutes, even if you just do one lap around the block, even if you run from your house to your neighbor's house, you know, you've done something.
Light pole to light pole.
Yeah, exactly. And then before you know it, you'll be out there pounding the pavements and you'll be doing 5Ks, 10Ks, then you'll be joining races, going to park runs and getting involved with a lot of other people.
Okay. So, last question there. So who's your role model in terms of running or any sport specifically that you kind of...
One of my biggest role models in sports is definitely like Daley Thompson. From back in the days, he used to do decathlon. And Merlin Ottey, Carl Lewis, these kind of people, Jonah Lomu, you know, we got from rugby and stuff like that. So there's different Pele, Maradona. These people, they push themselves to the limit. Every day they try to improve themselves. Serena Williams, John McEnroe, obviously you see the headband, you know. So
I didn't notice.
So these people, this is kind of like my trademark, the headbands, you know. So yeah, these people push themselves to the limit. They left everything on the line. They left everything on the roads, and that's how I like to do it. I like to leave everything on the pavement, leave everything on the roads, put all my maximum 100% effort in when it comes to the races. That's what I do. I leave everything on the roads. You ask the guys, I don't wait for them. I'm saying, this is go time, guys. Let's go. Let's 100%. Let's go.
And I can vouch for that. So I remember Putney 10K. You was with me. You was pushing me, but you said to me, as soon as the race starts, sorry, Jay, I gotta go. I understood 6 months later.
It's healthy competition between myself versus myself. That's who I'm only trying to beat. I'm not trying to beat you. I'm not trying to beat Kipchoge. I'm not trying to beat Mo Farah. I'm trying to beat my last achievement. And I'm trying to push myself and leave everything on the line. Leave that 100%, that 150%. You know, as the Cookie Monster says, that third leg party, you know, trying to leave that there at the party, you know.
So Cookie Monster's not here.
No, he's not here.
And I clearly see the medallions behind you, the jewels.
These are my living proof of, you know, that I achieved the races. Every medal holds a special meaning to me. Just for instance, this is my first ever medal that I had in Clapham Common. My first ever race. I learned a lot in that race. It was for run through, and yeah, it was an amazing event. My son came, one of my good friends came to support me. Yeah, it was a really amazing event, and that started me off in the events. And now I've done Ealing Half Marathon, all the Adidas events, the British 10K twice, the Great North Run.
I see
Hackney Half.
Sorry to cut you off there. I see a big M there, marathon one there.
Where's that marathon one? Where is the marathon? That's Kurt Angle. That's Oxford Half. There's a Vanguard. Look, Vanguard Way Marathon, people.
You say this man is 26.2.
That was a cross-country marathon. I was running through fields with sheep, bulls, cows, goats, climbing over stiles, people. Trenches, running through bushes, stinging nettles, running up hills that high, running down hills. Like, it was such a beautiful experience. I ended up running for 6 hours and 12 minutes, people. But it was an amazing experience this year. One of the best experiences of my life. And I'm hoping that 2020, and I'm praying to the Lord that 2020 is going to bring beautiful more experiences for all of us.
And would you, and the emotions post that marathon, Can money buy that feeling?
No way that money can't buy that feeling. Even
marathon.
Never, not even a Snickers could buy that marathon.
And you're a Snickers man.
So I'm a Snickers man, you know. So what I will say is that marathon as well, the host, he really introduced me to the marathon. He announced my name on the mic. Everybody clapped for me. I wanted to jump into a ditch, if I was honest, but it was really empowering to see people that I didn't know actually giving me the confidence to run my first marathon, and they all clapped for me as I came through the finishing line, and my friends were there to greet me, and it was like a beautiful experience. Hard, but very, very beautiful experience. But hard work pays off.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much, and have a good morning.
Same to you. Happy Mondays.